Welcome, everyone, to the Unshackled Saturday show. This is Skipjack, and I am flying freeballing tonight. So if I screw it up or say something stupid, you'll know why. The panel that we have tonight, I'm going to start from my version, is Anton Airlines, the lovely Ghost Rider, and or Brandy, because I will call her both. The ever-loving Pigtails, Chad. One of my favorite hammer persons when I need him in a pinch, Champ. Our favorite hairy, furry, but lovable goat, Destry. The ever-loving Lonnie, a.k.a. Fuck you!
Thank you.
The one man that I love to hit and I can flatten, Mr. Godscope. I have the battle lines to prove it.
You're not the only one.
I want to see that next time.
And I will refer to him occasionally as Tomas, but his game name is Switch. So thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about the shadow out bases tonight. We might have some people who are willing to screen share different versions of how they do it and what they do. And we're going to talk about the 45s to help the lows and the mids. And if we have some time, we'll talk about the new VK Thors. And those of you in the YouTube chat, if you have questions, feel free to post in the side. We have somebody watching, and we will try to get to them. Throw it out there if you need to. So we will start with, I'm going to start off with, let me try with, actually, why don't we just go ahead and start with Tomas, because Tomas was talking about the 95s, but also the 45s. So Switch, if you want to tell us how it was that you did your 45s and or your 95s or your 70s.
Tell you what, the way he was doing those 95s sounds very interesting.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, I can just.
Oh wait, I can barely hear him. Can you guys hear him?
I can hear him.
Okay.
Just about there. Can you turn your volume up a wee bit there, Switch?
Yeah,
Hold on. I can turn him up. Here you go. I turned him up.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm grabbing my headphones.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
A little bit better.
That's
Sorry,
better.
bud.
Okay, I can try to do a 95 first.
Oh, if you want to show, that's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walk and talk yourself through it.
Yep. We can present you. We can do whatever you want to do. You tell us when you're ready.
I will share the screen now, and just have to find one.
Don't forget to repeat.
I'm on
Skip.
it. There you go. Yeah. Well, I used my Juggernaut and a Caretaker, 2 Jackals with electric on, and a Purifier that I put in the back, and some Vindicators.
And also you can
And
use.
Skipjack. Woo!
Also, you
These
could,
are units everybody's got.
you could use it's electric if you didn't have charged ordnance.
Yeah, but I don't use it because I have my 2 Jackals
Jackals, yeah.
with electric on. So
These are units everybody's got access. I mean, everybody should have access to these units.
So what I do, I make them spawn in, and I will kill some all the incoming spiders. Then I take my Fury round up into the back and kill off the. I can show you now.
That's the first time I saw this base there. That looks tricky enough.
But the thing that's different is during the event we could shock those big trophy towers that shoot.
Yeah.
In this, you cannot shock them.
Damn.
They're not shockable now. I'm not sure why Kickside made that call, but they did. And it makes it hell in your air.
I just want to grab my Purifier, put it a little in the back here.
That's the tricky thing about the Caretaker. It always gets in the way.
Yeah.
But if you use it selectric, it'd be different.
So what I do, I use my Juggernaut and a Caretaker, 2 Jackals with electric on, and a Purifier that I put in the back, and some Vindicators. And also you can use it's electric if you didn't have charged ordnance.
Yeah,
No, don't go there.
Wrong bit you wanted to go with.
Now I just move them a little bit to my left side. And I have to take the purifier with me because they are all going after my purifier. Now I can see this place is free. I will just.
And that's why you have two jackals. There's stuff
No.
coming from all directions.
So I go up here with my juggernaut. What was that? Then I wait so I can kill them off first, and I move my unit to the other side. Or just once I have done that, that I go out of the game. Oh fuck!
Whoops!
Whoops!
Don't worry about that. There.
Thank God for it's electric, right?
You got away with that there. It wasn't too bad.
Pesky little frackers, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I love this technique, though. I'm loving it.
I
wouldn't have the patience, but I'm loving it.
No, that's very, very good there.
Then I take this one.
It looks promising.
Yes, and you get the 20% range, so you do there from the floaters.
Sweet.
You know, he's doing that well. He couldn't really do mine.
Yeah.
What do you think, champ?
Yeah, I like it.
I'm jumping in his sector. You can prep for me. Shit, I'm gonna stop prepping for you.
No, this is good that Thomas is showing us this because everybody else I've heard is using their herald, and this is just another way, another method. You know, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and this is
and everybody, most people should have these units. That's why like I do mine with my Omega Sieges. Not a lot of people's got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level 20 phalanx. Not a lot of people's got that.
Tomas, your sector is going to be invaded tonight.
Yeah.
And we're all coming for you.
We're gonna stop your sector.
Yeah, this is very good.
Yep, this is really good. I will I'm gonna throw this in there. There's a bitch that Kickside made it so we couldn't use its electrical in the fucking anthill towers.
I'm starting to like the jug more.
Yep. I'm loving it. I'm like looking at this range. Oh yeah, baby. Come on, smack it. Oh yeah.
You're doing a very good job.
Really good. Great controlling it too.
It's
I
gonna be
love
all
it.
black by the time he gets done with it. It's like a black hole.
I know. Oh, a glory hole. Oh, sorry. Did I do that? I'm sorry.
It's where Kickside can send all their tickets. No, I'm kidding.
Did I hear glory hole?
Good one, Brandy. I'm sorry. Exactly. Damn, nice shot, Thomas. Wow.
That's the end of the GS rockets.
Wow. Frack me. Look at that.
Uh-oh. Get a beam.
Oh, this is awesome. Boom.
No, I would say if your caretakers aren't like massively high level there, you could probably bring, end attack and bring a spare one with you there. It would still be worth it.
Yeah, I always drag a few spares around because I always screw it up.
I retreat them, and I take my nicks out here. Oh damn!
We'll not count that damage. That was just unlucky there, so it was.
I just like to like this. And then I go for this big gun in the middle. Because when I bring in my harrow after this, I don't want to make it more damage than...
Right. Good call.
Oh.
It's like everything's shooting like dragons.
Yeah, but I think I...
Oh, oops.
Oops.
It happens. Yeah, the one little spawn they gave you, kind of like the bad timing. It happens, but in a good way. That's a good thing to show when people say, "I don't understand why my stuff got blown out of the sky." The farther away you are, the more powerful that spider spitter is, because it is like the Drakens. The bigger that blue poof ball is, the harder it's going to hit you.
Yep.
They should you actually move forward towards it there. You
yes,
get less
if you can
damage.
bum rush them. I know you're going to take damage, but you'll take less than if you just sit there and let them do the
You run away, you'll probably.
Then I just killed this spider here. That is here because when the space damage start on killing this building, I can move my harrow with the same what do you call it straight away to bomb this. Then it not gets 3 shots from this unit, this torrent here.
Right. It's like you said, it's the timing of the bomb drop and then the turn, I guess is what I call it. There you go. Yep, exactly. That's perfect. I never know what to refer to that as I'm trying to explain it to someone. Know your own splash radius of your units. Time your bombs and then make your turn.
Just
yep. Good job.
Spend some a little bit here.
Very good job.
Oh. And you have to keep it moving all the time, because if you don't keep it moving, then you get more damage.
Yes. Nice. Wow. See, I never even thought about doing that. The short runs. Damn. God bless, he's good.
Very well done, Thomas.
Very well done. Yep. Unbelievable. I'm coming to Thomas's sector.
I'm there now, trying to steal the base.
You bad.
Don't end the attack.
Jeez, I hope he hit repeat before he did this.
But don't end the attack. It'd be a shame if you DC'd there now, wouldn't it be?
No, because I have hit the attack button. So it was that.
Wow.
You got
nice. Let's see what you get in your chest. What kind of goodies?
Good job.
Very good job.
Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Nice, awesome. Nice gold tech. Very nice.
Now I have hope.
But that is the units all should have at the moment, except the Phantom that you can take a Peacekeeper or something like that to kill it off if you don't have the Phantom.
The thing with those 95s in difficulty, I don't think they're too much more difficult than the 70s either. You get 195, it knocks out your shadow ops in one base. So
yeah, I did it with just a full tune of Phalanx and It's Electric, and I took like 4 hours repair time, but I only had to do it the one time, so I'll take it.
No, I think it's a good move there, the 95. I think it's a great move by Kixeye, really and truly. One of their better moves.
I don't know if
people... I liked it. I liked it when the boss bases gave you the 8,000 points.
Yeah, I like that as well there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but these look nicer.
I don't know if this has probably been brought up before, but I really think Kickside needs to come out with a new res base that pays out at least 100 million for all the, buildings and stuff we got to upgrade.
True. That'd be nice.
We have the Iron Strike 65s and get like 85 million.
Yeah.
On that base, but I mean, since they're coming out with these new thorium bases, I wish they really come out with a new res base that we can get. Pays out at least 100 million. Would be kind of cool.
Them new thorium bases, they got me one night. I think the first night they came out, pissed me straight the fuck off.
Yeah, I don't like the new thorium bases myself.
I hit one. I destroyed everything in it. It would not award me the Thor. And I think I had multiple people in there. I think Skip was in there. I think Chad might have been in it. Unlucky me, it was one of those bases that just wasn't capable of being taken.
Yeah, you had a shadow light from one of the generators there.
Yes, which was really weird because it was the base right outside of my base, and we proved it. Then we all went out and did it. And when you kill the generator things that shine the spotlights, as soon as you kill them, the spotlights stop. When Destry did it, the spotlights didn't stop, but there was no generator there to generate the spotlight. And yet every time he came back in, the spotlights were going back and forth and back and forth, which shouldn't be happening. So in theory, he would go over there and the howlers would pop out and he would kill the howlers and then the spotlight would turn red. So thankfully, at least I got some pics and some small amount of video, sent that off to Kickside. But again, it's a holiday weekend, so it's weird. I haven't seen it since, but that doesn't mean that somebody else isn't going to get that.
Thomas, can you make a video of your technique, could you?
Yeah, of course.
And can you post it on Unshackled there? Because I need to do mine.
Yeah.
And I think
I got 1 hour 50 minutes on the unit I used and 40 minutes on my hero.
Nice job.
Yeah, very nice.
My fury was nearly dead, so I can't say how much I got on this one. But,
at worst, what would it be there in total?
I think with the air, I think about an hour. If that was fresh tunes, I would have taken them out before they died out.
Just do your shadow ups just before bedtime, and sure, everything's healed whenever you're waking up.
Yeah, then it's fresh. I have done like 6 or 7 today.
So,
Awesome.
Thomas, Switch is everybody's best friend at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for sharing.
I was going to thank you for sharing that one. Did you, no pressure or anything, but since you're still presenting, did you want to share a technique for the 45 or you would just rather not?
Yep, that's no problem.
Okay.
45, just use the spec up OPT.
Other people's things.
Other people's things. I'll throw it out there while he's doing his
what
thing.
Do you want to see? How you want me to? You want me to kill it with the older units or?
Hunter, hopefully Thomas will be able tonight. Hopefully tonight he'll be fit to post a video on the Unshackled channel there.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yes, and on City's page. Yes,
Yeah.
we'll get him to do that as well.
I seen your sexy skipjack sitting there too, Thomas.
Yeah. 45. How you want me to kill it?
For what medium to low level there, sort of like 33 to 41 sort of player. So that means you don't know. You have to do 1 ERM.
I'll do it with the.
Just get YouTube's opinion. What tunes do you want him to use?
That'd be more like it there, Champeroo.
There you go.
Jackal and a Jackrabbit.
A lot of the mid-tier players.
Evenix.
Yeah, well, I don't think they might not have Jackal.
But
What about some jackrabbits?
that will be too easy.
Honey badgers.
Honey badgers. Okay, I try to use this one, but not all the tune.
Gotcha.
The original Viper.
Yeah.
Not the unleaded one.
Well, I use PKs in this.
Yep, that's good. So PK's land in the 45.
From the wrong side.
It's the wrong side there as well, there, but we'll see if they land.
And I'll take.
Erwin Rommel wants us to do the base with SF. No, Erwin Rommel. No.
Mr. Roble can join the panel someday there and do it.
I know he loves his SF, but no.
So we can.
That's cool. He still puts him to use, though.
No, he's very good there. Actually, very good at the videos there. Very good at the videos.
I put my SF to bed a while back. They've been sleeping for quite a while now.
Yes,
they had babies.
Other than Majeri, and I did whip Kara out the other day just to see what would happen with the bloodlust in a couple of bases. I wanted to see what would happen, and I liked it, but it still wasn't worth the damage she took. I mean, I have other units, I guess is my point. Wow, nice.
Well, when you put your missiles in, you have to see where your base are, because the missile comes from that direction. That can give you maybe a bump more to do the base. This is 5 Furies.
Did the hangout crash?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. We just went quiet then. Sorry, I haven't been talking much, dealing with a bunch of politics. Trying to help a friend. Well, no, trying to help a friend get his account back. He got hacked.
Vroom, vroom. What's
Clicked on a
up,
link.
Crash?
Clicked on a link you shouldn't have clicked on.
Oh, okay.
That happens here.
Yeah, that is soon the base.
There you go. Switch, walk and talk.
Yeah, just driving a little around in the base with my Furies. And make sure that can hit your air, you shoot it down first.
So yeah, it just looks like he's walking circles now, picking off.
Yeah.
Little Muhammad Ali stick and move.
Look like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Hello there, Dubs. I think we nearly could have whenever the new Shadow come out, I think Switch should do a show on his own how to do them right off the bat. So it should there.
Yeah.
Hell, he could potentially do the next Unshackled.
From now on, it's a Switch. He's going to do all the bases for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Live event show too.
Sorry.
Give City a break.
No, me first. Sorry, by the way.
Give Anton a break from doing the event show.
Well, that was that.
Nice job.
Nice.
Oh. Tip for people that are going to be showing bases, turn your chat off so people don't know what sectors you're in. I'm watching World Chat right now, and I see one of our fans in World Chat.
Oh, God. From last time?
Yeah. Well, just don't want him stealing bases, being a dick.
They love it.
Well, he's got to wait until you present first.
Well, I can jump there and smash him. We love
it.
That's true. That's true, Dava. I'm just reading the side chat. Okay, so the turn. Planning. Okay.
That's all right there. Everything's all good. So, Mr. Godscope.
Yes.
What's happening on YouTube-ish?
Not a whole lot. People saying use the BFG, use howlers for the bases. Talking about the old days with paladins.
For the 95s?
No, for the 45.
Oh, 45. Sorry.
Do you think Kickside would have a throwback month where they pick one in every couple of years, 1 month, and they bring back all the old bases just for fun?
Bring back thorium deposits for a week.
Oh no! I want a quiet time there.
Then they would cut out the jumbo jets.
Well, I have to say, that was Switch. PvP. That was incredible. I'm kind of uncharacteristically speechless. I had all these kinds of things of what to share and how to share and what we did and who did what. And I don't even want to share any of that because your way's so much better.
Kicks, I wanted to boost PvP for a week. They'd take all the thorium bases off the map and put the depots back. Everybody would pop to take their depots.
Just to take depots.
And they'll all come back at you for mentioning that.
Yes. But then again, you couldn't pay me to own a depot, but that's my own.
Exactly.
That's my own.
I would go. I'm in a sector right now that I won't name. Against the team I won't name. But they refuse to pop their bubbles, and we're in a war. But if I went and took all their thorium depots, they'd pop.
Yep.
Is there anybody in YouTube that's asked about the 70s? Because I know there's lots of different ways people are doing the 70s. I did not actually use this technique, but I've got some guys in my sector that are using only 8 phalanx. Can't do it with a level 10. So some people are level 12, some people are level 14, and it's electric, and they're getting 4 hours repair. So for them, they're not interested in the Sphinx tech. They're doing 270s, and they get 4 hours repair. So,
see, but on top of that, my phalanx are 13 or 14, I think, and I'm using a tune of 11 of them with its electric, doing 195 and getting the same amount of repair time.
Yeah, exactly. So
my comment to that, Skip, is they should be very interested in the Sphinx text because it's very good and it's very useful.
They're pretty damn good.
Yes,
Champ, you fuck.
Please just don't make the noob mistake that Skipjack did. Yes, you can put it on me. Of after you start prepping for people and you go, okay, I'm going to go back and do my own parts, that you forget to hit repeat.
Yeah.
And you've already done your 95 and you're like, where's my chest? Where's my chest? And I'm like, fuck me, I forgot to hit repeat.
Skip, I did the same thing yesterday.
It's like,
so you're not the only one.
It's like, I don't know which is worse, forgetting to activate your ops or forgetting to hit repeat. I'm not really sure yet.
Hey, Skip, is that kind of like doing an event with nothing in your bunkers?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Or being the only person in my little ragtag crew that doesn't have the fucking phalanx diamond tech.
Join the club.
Oh, my God. That's my own private little I want a good slap
Yeah.
kick side for giving us less than 24 hours notice that they were going to take that tech out. If I had known that, we would have been running raids 24/7 so that everybody had that fucking tech, including me. But
Sorry you didn't get it.
no, I know you're not. No, I know you are. It's okay. My failings are pretty tricked out. I'm pretty happy with them, just the way they
We'll
are.
get it whenever we can.
All people have lips and seekers, don't they?
I have my libs and my seekers. I have diamond tech on my libs, yeah, but I'm not sure if I have it on my seekers.
I got my diamond tech for real libs today.
But I'm just asking because I can try to make a 45 with just lips.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can put you back on and present you.
I would like to really see someone use Seekers and put them to use.
Seekers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seekers with the ground tech.
I just have to put something out of because.
Hey, Champ, Capone wants to see you do a 70 with the Sphinx.
70 with the Sphinx.
70 with the Sphinx? Wow.
The Shadow Ops?
Yeah.
I never could do a 95.
Try it.
Just do a 95 with your Sphinx, your
Yeah.
a couple other air units.
Let me
Lonnie,
I'll do a 70 with my Sphinx.
Yeah, let's
Hey, let me ask you guys, can I use a Sphinx and a blackout at least? Can you give me that?
yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can use the blackout.
Hold on there. Ask Capone there. He can give the final word.
Yeah.
Say no, Capone.
He said,
Yeah.
I now. What's that mean, Capone?
I now or I know?
No.
No. Okay.
You said no blackout? No blackout?
No blackout.
Just want to see Sphinx alone?
Yes.
Sphinx
Come
alone.
on.
Is anybody
Right.
old enough to remember Sphinx the boxer? I hope
Well,
so.
the thing with Sphinx, it's a support unit for other air units, so.
Yeah.
It's a
Like
support
the
unit.
caretaker
of the
for
shop.
other ones.
It's not designed to, go by itself.
He wants to watch you die.
It wants to watch my shit die, huh?
Yeah, they're not really meant to go by themselves.
If you want to watch a shit die, he can just come hit me again.
I think you
Leave
should
that
die
up.
too.
Leave that Omega Siege in your base and see what happens, big boy.
Oh.
That's funny. Tomas, do you want to try with lips and your seeker, or you want to wait?
Just try to assemble a platoon. I have to go to my I store my units and.
Oh no, that's fine. I just want to make sure. I didn't want us to miss out on that one.
Here, I'll present Skip, and
I'll get you going there, bud.
I'll give what's his name, Capone, what he wants. But first, I have to put enough in my tune. So right now, I only got 4 in a tune, I think. I need to get more tech for these guys too. Okay, I'm gonna die.
Kill Champ shit.
Right, I have him presenting, but I don't see him on YouTube. So did I do it wrong?
Is someone else highlighted?
Nope.
Everyone that's got powers has got to click on whoever you want to show.
I got him.
No, it says he's presenting.
Okay, he says he's presenting, but it's not caught up.
Yeah, it's not caught up. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
There
That's
it is.
7. That's 7 Sphinx, right?
Yep.
Let's see if I've got enough tech to. I just want to put this out there. This is not the way these units are. They're not a standalone unit. It's a support unit.
Yeah, they're not like the phalanx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. If Scooby's switching up his air and he's able to do this kind of stuff with just 3 of them, so he can support the stuff that's on the ground and hardly take any damage at all to his ground units, that kind of gives you an idea.
I got plenty of those. Ground assist. I don't need that because I'm using air.
Compound's telling you you're allowed to use the blackout.
Oh,
Am I allowed to use the blackout?
Oh, now he's allowed to. Ooh.
He's showing mercy.
Oh, I
Okay.
see this. Oh, I see it in the chat. I see it. Use the blackout. I'll let you. Oh, okay.
Okay. So I really need more tech for these units. Okay. So
Which
if that's
means
the
you just need to
case,
go to Thomas's sector and let him prep for you, darling.
yeah. So what I'm gonna go back to my air tune, since Capone has given me permission. And I'll put my blackout in there. And my blackout is level 35. It's going to 36.
Nice. Meow.
Yeah, well, it died at my base.
So this is on prompt 2. I got it's electric. 19 minutes to go on that tech.
Oh, good. You got
Space, I
some
don't know.
time.
Okay, so my air is going to deploy from here, from the back. And I'm gonna leave it on Ruby.
Just for
And
fun?
Ooh, bold strategy.
Wow, you're bold, man.
No, because the only units I'm going to control are I'm going to let the blackout just go by itself. I'm just going to control my Sphinx and make sure my Sphinx protects that blackout.
Gotcha. Smart move.
So, just make sure it's sitting around the blackout. Circle them around. Yeah, guys, my Sphinx are level 17. I'm not up quite up to Scooby's level yet, but someday I'll get there. Maybe not.
Hopefully before they nerf them. Sorry.
Yeah, and this hunter's kind of hurting one of those guys there. I better get to him. I lost one.
It
Come
happens.
This hunter's killing me.
I know. I'm sure you're getting some lag though too because of the screen sharing.
Okay, there, got rid of that stupid hunter.
Yep.
Nice.
The blackout drones are doing most of the work. Looks like I lost. So far, I've lost 3 of the Sphinx. It's 3 times 35 minutes. Do the math.
Hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Well, an hour and 40 minutes.
Plus the damage I'm taking on the other 2. These spiders keep on spawning from this point.
Yeah, the thing that's messing you over is the blackout keeps turning to shoot at the spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool though. I mean, if you think about it, like if you were to use maybe like Thomas's technique and then have like a little bit of ground right there to be able to shoot the spiders and keep them, you know.
Normally, I'm just doing this kind of on the spot because Capone's putting me on the spot. Thank you, Capone.
Doing pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. I think maybe the blackout wasn't the unit to use, or maybe the sandstorm. That's a lot of repair.
Siege.
Yeah, the siege.
Yeah, siege.
Then again, on the flip side, it kind of shows that just trying to use the Sphinxes all by themselves, you're
It's
gonna, you're gonna take damage because, I mean, yeah, they're gonna shoot stuff, but they're really good at absorbing stuff too.
Yeah, I'm not really targeting anything with the Sphinx. I'm just kind of, driving it around. Blackout's occupied with all the spiders.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this base compared to the 95, it's pretty much, in difficulty-wise, it's pretty much, I would say, pretty close to the same. But the only difference is the 95, you get the full payout. So,
yeah,
you're better off than the 95s. The 95s look more intimidating because of all the turrets in the front, but it's really about the same difficulty. Yeah, so now I'm taking a lot of damage. Because I just want to get the hell out of here.
But you can see how much they absorbed the damage while you were sitting there, and that was just on Ruby.
Yeah.
I mean, that was really impressive.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have made it that far if they hadn't been there.
I did take quite a bit of damage, but that's not the normal way I would go about attacking that base. It didn't give me any tech. Darn it.
Good job, though. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
I'm a big noob.
Kill champ shit.
Live.
You want it done twice, hit rewind.
I'll give you guys a repair time. It's gonna be quite a few hours probably.
I'm gonna guess 5.5 or 6.5.
Actually, 6 hours 58 minutes. So I did quite
almost 7.
Not recommended. Not a recommended method of doing that base. So
no,
that's
but it was again a good example of what in some ways what not to do. Definitely how much your Sphinxes protected your blackout that whole time.
Yeah.
And try not to take your Sphinxes and bum rush something, because even though that's what they showed you with your freebie ones in the event, that's not what they're intended for. They really are intended as like a caretaker in the sky.
Yeah, exactly, Skip, and that's what I kind of wanted to demonstrate more than.
Yes, and you did. You took a shit ton of repair time, so thank you very much for that.
But yeah, normally, like with other units, like you might use it in combination with an Omega Titan or that's a common unit that most players have. So if you have those units with that tech, you could use it in combination, really reduce the damage time taken by your Titan.
Exactly.
So.
Awesome. All right, Tomas, it looks like you're almost set up. Are you ready for me to present you?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So now you can just explain what you want to do or how you have it set up.
Yeah, I think that most people got lips and Spartans. I don't know if they have the hero. I can take him out if you want to. But I take a Hades with damage to air and damage to all. And I take a Seeker that will allow to hit ground units.
Okay.
And I took a Purifier just to have the base units have something to go at.
Okay.
I will try that one. I have probably die, but that is the units all people got, except maybe the lip hero.
Yeah, maybe not the hero, but still, like you said, you.
Yeah, I will see if I can take him back in way back in the base. But I start again here with a Peacekeeper. Now I'm from the right side. Oh, damn. Oh, I have to kill that. X key.
Oh, that's really cool. Wow, look, they're just like, every time they spawn, those things are taken care of. Boom. Nice. That's just one seeker. He's so good at like walking and
What,
chewing
sorry?
gum at the same time. He's so good at this. Oh my gosh.
You need coffee there, mister?
Yeah, I got a cup here. Now, instead of having to click on the units all the time, you should have set up your hotkeys.
Noticed that.
But still doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Press the X to spread the liberators out.
Yep, he did. In case anybody didn't know what that was, when his liberator spread out, that was him using the X key. You can use that anytime.
And it works on air and ground. So
Yes.
if, like with Champ, with his Sphinx that he was flying around, if he didn't want them all bunched up, he could have pressed X and then they'd spread out a little bit.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Meow.
You got it, girlfriend.
Oh, gee.
You know you like it, Godscope.
Oh, I do.
You don't need coffee. You need women.
No, I do, yeah.
With innuendos.
No, that would just make me even more tired.
No. I think we can
Towards
keep you.
at the end of
I
it.
think we can keep you up.
I don't doubt that.
Uh-huh.
He's saying he couldn't handle us.
I think he'd be asleep, but we'd still keep things going.
My stamina would surprise you.
Yes. Oh, so we're
I'm
good.
only 25, remember?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm young. You're below the cougar line, but I can make exceptions. Jesus, you're way below the cougar line. God bless. You're younger than my youngest. 7.
Are you saying he's a baby?
No.
Rock the cradle of love.
There you go. That's what I was saying. I was trying to be
Welcome to Saturday Night Unshackled.
exactly what somebody else to say. Rock the cradle of love. Exactly. Well done.
Good job, Switch.
Very nice job.
Very nice.
But,
He just might put City out of business.
got some beating, as you see.
That's to be expected, though.
Yeah. And libs aren't that hard to repair. At least I hope everybody knows that,
And
right?
he actually uses Seeker, so.
Yeah.
The Seeker, I was surprised that that 2 shots and killed that Illuminati building.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I call it an anthill, Illuminati. Yeah, it's called the Onyx, but it's just like
it's
I call it all
technically
kinds
a
of
trophy,
things. Chad was here, we'd call it, pigtails butt plug. I mean, just whatever.
It's definitely a butt plug.
I didn't know my sheer presence was enough to drive all you girls wild.
Oh my goodness gracious.
We need to get City in here next.
Hell, you're driving me wild, dude.
And he's a guy.
Come on over here, Destry. Come here, big boy.
Give God a kiss.
Fire away.
You got a pretty mouth.
You got a pretty mouth.
You gonna make me squeal like a pig?
Oh, where's Lonnie's sound effects when we need them?
Oh, baby.
I do remember fucking Lonnie up.
There you go. I told you he was there.
God, that hurts the ears.
But it's funny.
Rest in
so
peace to
hopefully
all the
everybody's
headphone
watching hopefully everybody's watching that, even though Switch is doing that fairly quickly. You see what he's doing? He's putting his libs in. And if you guys are watching the time, I'm just going to leave it at that. So he's making the switch. He's moving them in. So if you don't know how to do this, get with somebody who does know how to do it. Same thing. So yeah, is it kind of time consuming? But you see how fast he's doing it. Once you learn how to do it, you do it quickly. It really doesn't take that long.
Or you could just be straight up lazy like me and scrap them all and just rebuild them.
Shush your mouth, man. Scooby, your camera's on, darling.
Not watching that video.
Hey, Scooby's back from the Philippines.
Nope.
He's shrunk in size.
On a stick.
On a stick. Oh, that's our own private joke. We'll leave it at that.
No,
my goodness.
but guys, I wanted to show you the 95 with the Sphinx on the best possible way.
Yes.
You want to
So
try to do that? Okay. You tell me when you're ready.
I thought we weren't going to show Kickside this because they're going to make it harder.
They're on a holiday. Fuck
No, they got to understand. This is Scooby, and this is Scooby's units. This is not your average. This is not your average player. This is not your top tier player. This is your.
Scooby, can you turn your chat off?
This is the top tier player.
This is badass.
Too late.
Scooby's probably got like 99 of each one of the Sphinx decks by now.
No, but okay, there we go.
I don't think you heard me. That's okay. No big deal.
So, but I just want to share the real power.
He'll take it in one hit anyway.
Of the Sphinxes, and just don't look at what units I use. It's like it's gonna be strange for you, for some people, but
yeah, he'll use. I've seen him do this already, and he's gonna use a unit that I don't even level up or have built.
So you see in my Delta Toon, I have my Siege Squadron, my Blackout, 3 of those new Sphinxes, my Titan, and 2 Apollos. Okay. Here we go. I start with my Siege Squadron. And when the nose shows up in the corner of the base, there it comes. So I bring in my, you see, the following order. And I watch what they're doing.
On Ruby, by the way.
On Ruby, by the way, yes. On Ruby.
Hey, Scooby, do you control your Sphinx?
No, I do. No, nothing at all.
No, you just
I just go in on Ruby, look at the spider in the middle. It gets killed by the Apollos very quickly. There it goes. And it's dead. And they go on.
You get that one wandering Sphinx.
Look. If you look at my Titan, it's not hurt yet. Also, my Blackout and my Apollos, they're not even hurt. See, now I'm getting damage on my Titan. Now it's
wow, your Titan actually got a lot of damage.
Yeah, I know it got a lot, but not the other times.
It's that storm. That storm with the fusion and the viral.
So yeah, Scooby, I've tried this method very similar, and it works very well. But those Sphinx, they seem to go off on their own. So I try to control them. But while that Omega Siege is dropping the Ravengers, you might accidentally click on one of them.
Yeah. So that's the very quick way. Gonna see in the base what's damage on the tomb.
I know the other day he did that and he got like an hour and 10 minutes repair.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of varies.
And that banging you hear in the background is Lonnie's got a girl trapped in a dumpster.
AKA my basement.
That
was a woman escaping.
But I did several last night, and I had like 1 hour to 2 hours repairs on them. Already changed it. Let's see. Yeah. No. Oh. No. Look, it's because of the Titan. That's a lot of damage I got. Yeah. Normally, I did it with 1 hour damage last night, and you all
You might
saw
have to
it.
control the Sphinx from now on. Keep the Sphinx in front of the Titan.
That's what I was finding too.
Yeah, Champsy, I did like 10 last night with 1 hour damage. They already changed it. So
yeah, I noticed when I was trying to, pretty much the same method. I noticed my Sphinx, they were kind of just going off on their own.
I had no more than 1 hour and 30 minutes damage like on yesterday. And okay, they already changed it. Okay, there we go. Oops. Last way you can do it very quickly.
Hey, Lonnie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yo.
You got a pepper shaker?
No, why?
I was needing one.
Okay, guys.
A pepper shaker.
Nice job, Scooby.
Yeah, I'm off again, so I got to do some things on the stick,
Yeah.
He's gonna go have a Filipina on the stick.
Yep.
What is stick?
Filipina. I need a Filipina.
What is stick?
On a stick.
What is stick?
So speaking of what it was that he said, never say never when it comes to Kixi, whether we share or we don't share. If there's always a bean counter, and they're always watching. So from a player's point of view, that's not from a moderator's point of view. Somebody's always watching. So if something's too easy, don't be surprised if the next time you go on, you're like, what the hell? So I watched him do those yesterday in the Google Hangout, and he did it exactly the same way. And it was a lot less time repair. So yeah, they've already made the changes. So just kind of be careful. If you see something weird, if you have to, end attack. It's not like it's a one-hit wonder. Kind of regroup a little bit. Try some different techniques. Or like Champ said, if you can, if you have your other stuff on Ruby, if you can, control your Sphinxes the best you can. Just be careful where you click. So it's just something to think about.
It's hard for me to, I want to cater to the players that don't have these units that we have, and it's really tough for me to do that. But if there's any suggestions, I mean, you could take it off on off air or whatever. But if I could try to show people like with maybe the kind of units they have, like Liberators or something, I'll do my best to do that and try to tinker around. But
okay, I'm back.
So, welcome back.
Modern PvE bases can be done with just technicals and furies.
Yeah, I mean, the basic unit like that, and of course, I like running its electric op and stuff. So.
I would say all them bases are running its electric there.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just looking. Yeah, he did. He activated its electric, didn't he? I saw him get it, but I didn't actually see him activate. He had it on, right?
Yeah.
Scooby?
Okay.
Yeah, he had it on.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh, we were laughing about that last night, too, where we would actually go get it or buy 2 or 3 of them, and then we would forget to activate it and wonder, what the hell? Ugh. And yes, I do think I understand why they did it, but I do think it's kind of like a puss move for them to make the Onyx trophies unshockable now. So
I hope they come with a unit that is like the old electrify tank or some kind of tick to our units.
Yes.
So
well, that was supposed to be the disruptor.
Supposed to be, and kind of in a way, I mean, they've been promoting the hell out of disruptors and the diamond tech and giving them to you for free. So hell, if anybody has used the disruptors and they've got them leveled up a decent amount and they want to try something like that, please do. If we don't get it on this show, we can always get it on another show.
I think champs are level 20, I think.
I know Scoobies are.
Yes, they are. Not that I've seen him use them.
Mine are level 18.
18.
So just a question there. What is acceptable damage there for the 45, the 70, and 95?
Well, my idea of acceptable damage for a 45 is an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
A 70, I would say 2 to 3 hours, and the 95 anywhere from 3 to 6.
Yeah.
And I think that is very fair. So I think it's really fair.
I do. I mean, that's the way I see it. I mean, the guys, like I said, the guys in my sector that are doing 270s, even though I'm trying to prompt them to get the tech, I've even shared what the tech does for the Sphinxes. They have so much other stuff they're building from the event, but trying to keep them going. But yeah, they're doing like about 4 hours, maybe 3 hours, 45 minutes using their phalanx. So they could do 270s and hit it right at 4 hours. That's not so bad.
No, I don't think that's over. But also I would like for some players to get a lot less than that there because they're very good at what they do.
Yeah.
And I'll allow that to happen.
I can do a test with these dropsers in the 95 just to see what happens when I deploy them.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to, sure. I'll present you again. Just tell me when you're ready. Hell, I'll just do it now.
I don't want to kill the base. Just see what happens when you deploy them. If the spiders.
Yeah, if it makes a difference, that would be cool.
What level are these there, Thomas?
They are level 20.
Oops. I bet my level 1s are not going to do the job.
So I was working on them, but then I heard about training experience. I figured I'd hang on to my disruptor tokens instead of stunning them.
I will take a purifier with me so the spiders have something to go at.
Yeah. Something to target there.
It's half dead anyway, so. It would be fun to see because then I don't have to use jackals if that works effectively. I have to find the one.
All right, everybody, I'm going to drop out of here. My laptop is 200 degrees, so I'm probably just going to crash here soon anyways.
You know,
Right,
if
see you
you
later.
get it off your lap while we were talking to you, it wouldn't get so hot.
Yeah, but then he can't watch midget porn too.
I'm telling you. Would you
Thanks
like for me to blow on it for you?
I take it back because I have scrambled on instead of shock. I will put shock on them.
Thomas, I have a question for you there. Have you tried poly on the trophy buildings at all?
No, but I can.
Can you try? Is there a trophy building in this 45? Is there?
Yeah, there are 4 in that one, isn't it?
Can you try a poly on that one there? Just as a question out on YouTube for that there.
Yeah, sure.
Just in case that's the way to do it.
I just put electric on my. Come. Just a minute.
Thank you, sir. Just call it the Tomas Show.
Oh, that's okay. And you say a one-time use only, or the hero?
Oh, the hero there was heavy bear there, the way you can.
Yeah, but there are 2 kinds. The hero one that are one-time use, or do you want the hero that's because that is stronger? That one.
Do the standard because this way you don't lose it. Because you're testing to see if it'll shock the the trophy.
Oh yeah. With the standard one.
Not struck, but like disrupt it. So scramble it. There we go.
I will have to go in here. I've hidden my poly because of the event. So. I think. I have it maybe.
I'm going to mute for about 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Anton, you got this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Candy.
Oh, here he is. Yeah, I can try this. In the 45, do you say?
Yeah, no, or any base, or if you can get near any base, or just try and target the trophy. It's just another way to find out.
You'd have to do the 70 or the 90 because I don't think the 45 has the trophy in it.
You mean this one, yeah?
Oh, it does. Okay.
There are 4 in here. I will try to hit this one. See what happens.
You could scramble that howler and then go for the trophy.
But it comes straight forward. That's gonna take forever.
Okay, back. Sorry about that. Watching.
You guys will be back in about 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
It can kill it and it will not shoot at you. Did you see that?
I did. You shot right at the Onyx turret.
Yeah.
And it did not shoot you.
No.
I saw your caretaker there, but it was hard for me to tell. Was Polly was she cloaked? That's why I couldn't see her, or is it because the caretaker was on top of her?
The caretaker was on top of.
Okay.
The trophy he shot at was an air one, but I just looked back in the YouTube and there is a scramble symbol on the turret as he's shooting it. So yeah, it does scramble the turret. If you can get in with the ground turret as well, it'll scramble that as well.
That's good there. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Yes, good test.
Good advice, everybody. Good advice.
Can I test the 95 and see what the disruptors do to the spiders?
Yeah, absolutely.
Test them all there.
I was a little curious about that one too.
Well, this is good because we're all learning together.
Yeah.
If I'm not DC.
Right. Everybody, Everybody PM me there, and I'll tell you what sector Thomas is in there, and we'll all go there now. It's not an invasion there, but it's just
random act of kindness. He can help us with our shadow ops. It's the Easter weekend, you know. The Easter Bunny gives eggs, and so
yep, paying it forward, however you want to look at it.
This one gonna be interesting to see. I have not used them since I've got them nearly, just upgraded them. But that would be pretty cool if they can stunt it.
That would be awesome, because I mean they were giving them out like candy in the event. There has to be a reason.
Yeah, if I ain't got 55 disruptor tokens by now, with all the times I've won in prior events and even the past one, I'd be really surprised. I think I have like 60 of the units unlocked, and I've never purchased a single one.
Huh.
No, they are not doing.
You're not disrupting the spiders.
Nope.
Nope. Ooh, sorry about that, Thomas.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't use them anyway.
Now that's a good thing to know, though.
Yeah, and I can.
Now, did you have the shock tech or the scramble?
Replace the shock with scramble. That was the scramble.
I was gonna say the shock would probably work, but the scramble.
I will. Wait a minute. I will try again.
The reload speed is too slow.
Yeah. But maybe when they get shocked, that timing on the shots will make them be stunned.
I'm looking back on YouTube to see if there was a scramble symbol on the spider.
Just have to.
Yeah, I didn't see a scramble symbol.
I will try to. But there's only flame and the scramble. If I put this away, then it will shock it.
Yeah, should.
Okay.
Oh wait, yep, it does have the scramble symbol on it. Good. But see, with the scramble, they can still march at you. So then, the second that scramble's gone, they just bite you.
Yeah. But if you don't have that take on, that will mean that it will shoot which electric.
What options are on that turret mount?
There's a flame, and there's a scramble. Voltage.
Slap the flame on there.
Shot, fire, scramble, stasis.
Like, do the other one.
Replace is shock. I will try to make one without, and two with. Then we can see the difference. Come. And with scramble.
Yeah, it says attacks apply an insane fire effect for 3 seconds and busted. So that's not really gonna do much on a spider, but the fire effect might splash.
Kill them too, maybe. They don't like fire, I have seen that.
Yep.
What the fuck is that on? Oh, I have to. Yeah, no. And put a flame. Now I have one of each.
Cool.
Whoa. Find this one. Let's try again.
Yep, just wait for the red box.
I'll try this again. Now I have 3 different setups on them.
Okay, cool. Thanks for like blowing up your stuff. I mean, I appreciate it because it's a good test. It's good to know.
He's testing plans.
I'm bound and determined. I'm going to send a message to Wrong Thicker and say, all right, it's like more, you know, what is it good for? Huh. I'm going to say disruptors. Huh. What are they good for? I want to know whether, because I keep throwing them at us and they keep throwing tech at us and diamond tech and all kinds of stuff. I want to know, what are they really good for? Because if you're bringing them out now with spiders and they're not going to serve any purpose, what's kind of like the point?
Yes, they stun them.
Ah,
they stun them. So you don't put tick on the what do you call it? I will show you now. If you don't put tick on, I will go in and show it on the unit.
Yeah, just don't put that scrambled tech.
Yeah. If you don't put flame gun or scramble tech on it, then it will stun the unit.
Gotcha.
So that is basic. Without tech on, then it's stun units. So that is good to know, because then you can take them with you instead of the old units.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is very useful to know, because like I said, they're Kicksai's handing them out like candy, and the tech, and almost no one's got them past level 10, and yours are level 20. And I'm like, Daba, I've got a bunch of tokens. I just haven't taken the time to do mine because I really haven't seen really what they're good for.
Mine are still level 1 because I've never upgraded them, because I'm that kind of player where I'm like, what does upgrading this unit, like, how does this benefit me? And it'll get more health and more damage, but that doesn't make it fire faster or anything like that. But the reload speed, so a level 1 disruptor to me is just as good as a level 20. Because I just need the shock stuff.
The only thing I saw that was that only stun one at a time. There was no splash damage on it. I will try to make them all without and see how many they stun at the time.
Yeah, I noticed, like you said, it was one at a time, which as opposed to other units that you could get. But then it does remind me of some of the lower mid-levels that may have gotten a bunch of disruptors for free. So and they don't know what to do with them, and maybe they don't have the other kind of units. It's still an option to use if you're low level and you're on a low level base and you want to use them to stun the spiders. It's something good to use. It's an alternative because Kicksai gave you the unit as opposed to you having to earn it.
To spend 10,000 medals for its electric, so use it that way.
Yeah.
I would do a test one more without, so it's only with stun on, and see how many it stuns at a time.
Okay.
Because that will be good to know for players, because you have to run a lot of spiders at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Design. Yeah,
and in some of those bases, you can once you've killed some of those spiders off, you can almost predict where they're going to respawn from. You could always move your disruptors where you knew that they were going to come up out of the ground.
Yeah.
I'm just lots of things running through my head. I know that sounds crazy, but I've just all kinds of ideas running through my head right now. It makes me want to go get my disruptors up to 20.
But if all else fails, they are a good thorium holder because they cost 33 million a piece to build.
I will do the test again. Sorry, just done. It seems that it only is done one at a time. So you have to have a unit that can shoot fast too with you if you were using disruptors.
Oh.
You can always use phalanx if you got them.
Hey,
Yeah.
David.
Hello.
Oh, we were just trying different kinds of things just to see.
Well, disruptors, if they work, that's great. That means Deeble finally has a use for all his level 20s.
Yeah. Yep.
Honestly,
Switches are level 20 as well. We were just seeing what would be different. What would they scramble? What would they shock?
Right. I mean, you got to have a shock op on those if you're going to do it that way with phalanx, but
yeah, but shock up over top of the disruptors of it doesn't stack. So
yeah,
you're just
Shocky.
using
A famous quote for our infamous Immortal One: "Shocky howlers."
Shocky howlers.
With that being said, I just do it the down and dirty way, the lazy way. I take a plat of phalanx with shock ops. That's just me.
Oh, what the heck was the laughing?
Laughing with me.
Oh no, the background. Sorry.
I will see if there's any splash damage on this, because I didn't notice that.
Oh, okay, I'm scrappy. Okay.
That has a splash damage, but I didn't see that on the spiders. So I don't know what I mean with a large splash damage. There was no splash damage.
Yeah, I didn't exactly. So that's like going there, but there isn't. So I'm glad you showed that, because I'm definitely going to timestamp this video and send it off to somebody. Wink, wink, hint, hint.
Maybe people don't notice it because they're not using it, have been using it. And get.
Yeah, I agree with Hunter. It's like I don't see any point to just having disruptors when you have jackals with charge ordnance, which is true, because we did see that earlier. But again, a Hunter wants to know, does Polly have splash? Well, she's a woman, so she better. But anyway.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Hey, Skip.
There's a tech for Polly there with splash on it there.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I present? I'm gonna give a 95 another crack. And
Yeah, sure. You want to?
Yeah.
All right, Thomas. I'm gonna take you off.
Yep.
I'm gonna use some different units.
Right. You got your chats off, right? Your It's Electrics on.
Chats are off. It's Electrics is on.
And you should be according to my thing you're presenting. So
okay.
Yep, there you are. You're on YouTube. Let's go.
Okay. So what I have here is I have 13 technicals. I have a mix and match. the guys with these alien faces, those have the flame tech, and the other guys are machine guns with toxic weapons and the Arctic tires on some of them.
Nice.
And I have massacre training. And, my other tune is kind of a half-dead caretaker and Ardra.
All righty.
Okay, so I'm gonna do like a kind of a combination air tune attack on this base.
Nice.
Trying this, so bear with me. And if you notice the caption, then this one I'm gonna take Ruby off because I don't want my units going AWOL on me. So first thing I'm gonna do is deploy that tune over here, put this on fist. Now I'm gonna deploy these guys, and I'm gonna just run these. I just want to take the front of the base. That's all I want to do with my ground tune.
Roast and toasted.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I do have it's electric.
God, I love those tires. Sorry.
Get rid of those guys.
Nice.
And don't forget, guys, those spiders respawn.
They do, but fry those fuckers. Nice. Very good. Again, if anybody's forgetting, it's okay to mix up your tech on your technicals because it's a good thing because you can get floaty turrets and you're going to be able to get those insulated turrets with your fire fairly quickly because you can't shock the turrets because they're insulated.
And so I'm going to retreat now. Okay, so now I'm going to go look similar to the way Scooby did. He has a very good method, and I really like it. So now I'm going to switch to Ruby. First thing I'm going to do is deploy my Omega Siege Squadron, my Orin, my Blackout, my Titan, and then these, I have 4, Scoob was using 3, I have 4 Spinks. So let's go. Let's see how this works. But I'm going to construct, and I have to be careful.
Yeah, you got to wait for them to get past and
I don't want damage on my Titan.
Yep.
Sometimes it's really, I click on some of the Ravengers sometimes, which kind of messes me up. Whoa.
Nice. Very nice.
It's getting the job done pretty nicely.
Good job.
No damage on the Titan really, from what I can see. Now, this middle section is like the most dangerous part of the base.
The silos.
Yeah. So,
good job.
And I'll share my repair bill.
That'd be nice. Very well done.
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
The Ardra is pretty inexpensive repair. You know, I think most players, you know, I know they're higher level unit, but you know.
Do you have your diamond tech on your Ardra already?
I do not have the diamond tech. I
just got mine today. That's what I was just wondering.
Yeah.
That's going to be one of the first units I equip today. It'll be Thor
I want to share with you.
Yes, please.
I want to share with you guys. Okay, so that's 43 minutes on my air, which isn't really too bad. You know, it's acceptable damage.
Not for 95. Shoo.
Yes, so it's pretty good. Now,
Funny, it looks
this
like it's
to in
all
return.
instant here.
And then hour 58. That could be a little more improved. I think it was because the
Caretaker? Yeah, probably.
caretaker that I sent. But
Yeah, because your caretaker died.
it looks like it appears I lost one technical
One
there.
technical somehow.
So that's not too bad. And I'll share the tech too. Let's see here. I'm spoiling everybody's secrets. I know that's my tech. This is a heavy glass, which is minus 15% damage from vehicles, minus 30% from ground units, and this is the big one that helps protect my air. So one. I want to do some experiments and try with the other techs as well, but I haven't yet. I just got these tech yesterday, so. But yeah, that was the first time trying it like that. So I think I'm gonna use that more.
That's a good one, actually. Now that I think about it,
I mean,
it's a good idea. I mean, if people were watching the Scooby one where he did just on Ruby and he wasn't controlling his Sphinxes, so if he had, maybe he might not have lost his Titan or taken less damage. So you controlled yours, but it is tricky. But in a way, the Siege Squadron, the Ravishers, I don't want to say they're kind of like bait, but they are a little bit of a distraction for all the other stuff that's shooting and firing, so you can get the job done while your Sphinxes are being the caretakers in the sky. That was really cool, though, actually. What level is your Titan?
Titan is level 40 Omega.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but if it's even if it's a 32, it should work the same way. But I do recommend upgrading the Sphinx if you have the tokens, and so that's I guess for a little bit higher level players.
Hey, Champ, I got a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about? I mean, this is way off the wall, but trying to pair up with your Sea Squadron, follow it up with a Condor. I know it's an old unit, but
yeah, my Condor I don't have built. I have a Max Condor, and I coined it to Max. I think it was one night, and I flew it over our buddy's base, one of my buddy's base, and it died instantly. So it's like
one Liberator could probably take the Condor out nowadays.
I know, but I'm thinking like somebody that played before and haven't played for a while. Because I used to love that Condor, but I mean, Siege is the same thing as a Condor in a way. So we're dropping units.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend a Condor to anyone. Hunter Hamish said Spectre of the base. No way, dude.
No way. Oh my god.
Hunter, you can make a video of the Spectre and I post it on Unshackled page, taking that base. That would be most appreciated.
That would be awesome. Well, since we've kind of talked about all the levels of the Shadow Ops, I don't want to run too late on the show. I would like to ask, maybe just go down the panel, and then if anybody wants to share, they can. If you don't want to share, you don't have to, because I know there's some people that have their own like little tricks. So if you haven't seen them yet or haven't even tried them, it's okay. But I'd like to try to go down the panel about the Aircraft 75s, the Thors that are worth 50 million. Have you tried them? Do you like them? And would you rather do the 80s or the 75s? So that's kind of like the question. And then from there, we can find out if anybody wants to share, but you don't have to.
I can do one.
For obvious reasons, so that Kickside doesn't change them for right now, so everybody can get lots and lots of Thor this weekend. Anton, have you tried them?
No, I haven't tried the new 75s, nor I won't there. I just do the 80s and 65s, so I do there.
Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure Brandy Ghost Rider is still with family. So, Chimp, what do you think about the 75s, the Thors? Do you like them or do you like the 80s better?
I've done a couple 75s. I've only done one of the 80s, the new ones, so I have a little bit more. I need to try to think about that base a little bit more before I give my opinion on that, whether I like the 80 or the 75 more. But I like the older bases, the ones before this changed, because I was so used to them, and I was taking pretty much like very minimal damage. So I'm taking a little bit more damage on these bases than I did before. So, but I just gotta maybe think them out some more. But so far, I don't like them.
Okay.
I'd rather do 65s.
Rather do 65s. That's funny because I've jumped from 65s or from 50s, jumping with libs or whatever, all the way up to 80s. So I'm not really doing. I've never. I don't want to say learn to do 65s. Yeah, I can learn myself, but I've never really learned them the hard way. I've never really gotten into the 65s. So it's like I've gone from the 50s to now the 80s, and then they turned around and they changed them. But I love the 75s, but I don't really want to share my secret about the 75s just yet because I don't want them to change them just yet. I could share them in the after show. David, I see you're muted, but have you tried the 75s or the 80s?
I haven't tried any of the new ones yet. I still have over 300 million Thor stored. So.
We need to get some diamond text so we can burn you through it. Good gracious. Destry.
Are we still alive?
I did a 75. Yes, we are. I did a 75 and I got screwed on one. But after being boned on that one, I did a couple more. I think I'd rather do the 80. I can use my jug and shit and take a lot less damage.
Oh yeah, baby. Dava, how about you? The 75s, have you tried them? Have you done them? You got some cool secrets? Or would you rather do the new 80s, or have you done either one?
So most of my units were running without Diamond Tech because I just couldn't be bothered to grind all the Thor for them. It is because of these new 75 units that most of my units now have Diamond Tech on them. I'm loving them because if you use technicals and something to bait, so this way your technical don't get hit with the railgun, you can get out of there with acceptable damage. It's not going to be a one-hit wonder, and everyone that says that I take bases really slowly, I do, because even like how I do them on the show is how I do them a lot of times on my own, because I don't like sitting on a lot of repairs. I'm still sitting on event repairs because I did the event quick. And it's Saturday, and the event ended Wednesday.
Right.
And I also went, right now I'm sitting in a sector doing PvP as well, so I'm repairing from that. So I really, when I'm farming for Rez and Thor, I really take my, Thor more than Rez. I like to take my time on the bases because they're a little bit harder than the Rez, and they pay out a lot less for your time than the Rez. So I want to make sure that I don't get damage. Because the Rez, I can take an Iron Strike 60 with one hit and get 86 million with the boost. Whereas if I phalanx a VK 80, which I used to do, it's only 50 million for one attack. So it's rarer than the resources. So if I'm doing it during the day, now at night, if I'm sitting on no repairs, I'll run. I wouldn't recommend phalanx in the 85, the 75. Because I think that one's got it's really close, and you got to watch out for the mines in the center.
If you
it's very open, so you can kind of dodge units where the 75s kind of squished, kind of just it's more concentrated fire than the 80s.
I have a scout on the 75.
What's acceptable damage for you though?
For me?
Per base.
If I'm doing it speedy, I could probably get maybe a half hour. Not speedy, but slow. I could probably get a half hour if I mess up and get hit by the railguns. But I'm thinking I can get it wink, wink, acceptable damage. If you guys catch my drift. If I do.
Okay.
For the 75. But then the 80, same thing. I could sit there for, when they give you an hour for that base, I could sit there for 45 minutes and get wink, wink, acceptable damage. But for that, I usually hit those before I go to bed and just run phalanx through them. If I'm not sitting on repairs. But if I'm sitting on repairs like I am now, I got to do it the slower way.
The slow way. Take the slow boat to China. I don't know how about you before, because I know Thomas wants to share, but like for you, the caves in the 80s.
I really needed Thors, so I haven't really messed with them. I did them on the show. Did them on the show when they first came out. That's the only ones I've touched.
Right, that's what I thought. Right, Thomas, do you want to? Do you have your technique already for the 75?
Yeah, but you want me to kill it?
Kill it?
Well, let's show real quick. Let me present you so everybody can see. Hang on. I want everybody to be able to see where the mines are, which is one of the reasons why I don't go through the center. Hang on, let me make sure it's caught up to YouTube. It has. So he's advanced scouting. Everybody see that line of mines there? Don't drive there. You see the spotlights? They're going to spawn howlers at the back corners. So those spotlights are created by over there on the right and over there on the left, those machines that look like generators with light poles on them. So once they're dead, those spotlights are supposed to go away. So any howlers that spawn from the spotlights back in the back of those little thorium mines, once they're out, and you do have to kill everything in this base. Not the mines, but you do have to kill everything that's in the base. This isn't just buildings only. So let me make sure. Yep. All right. So I'll let you go. Ooh, you got a black. Do you want to refresh before you go in?
Yeah, maybe. Because
Maybe you might want to refresh before you go in. Whenever I see that black background, I'm like, go ahead and refresh. We can talk through it. I do this base with phalanx and it's electric, and I do avoid the mines. And last night, it's easier for me to do it for myself, but last night I did it, and I prepped for 3 different people in my sector and was able to do it with the love of God and Pete and the Easter Bunny and everything else. Was able to do it and just leave the tower in the back. That was really hard to do. So it was a lot easier. I took less damage when I did it for myself, but prepping it, I took more damage, but only about 25 minutes more damage. So I'm not saying that's acceptable, but I'm just saying if somebody needs Thor, that's okay, because I was getting ready to go to bed and I had, 15, 20 minutes left on my ops. So I said, yeah, sure. What the hell? Let me throw some stuff at it.
I'm gonna stop screen sharing and reboot.
Okay.
It takes so long.
All right, I'll do stop presenting. There we go. I got you off as far as I know. Let me see. Pretty much.
That's what she said.
I know.
Had to.
It was too easy.
Yep, it's too easy. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've got him off. Okay, good. That's good. Sorry, my fault, guys. All right, I didn't see a whole bunch of questions out there. I see Hunter's just like he's going on and on about this is shiznit and this is the shiznit. I don't like this and I don't like that. All right, Hunter.
That boy somebody needs to fucking
I'm telling you, I'll throw the question out to him. Hunter, what do you like in the game? Besides watching the shows, which we appreciate.
He likes the bitch in the game.
He likes it, okay, because he says the Sphinx are junk, but I think Champ just kind of pretty much proved that the Sphinx aren't junk.
They're not junk.
Yeah. I'm excited with just 3, and I'm going to keep going with my tech because I have I think a day and a half or whatever. I have 3 and 3 of the gold techs, so I'm excited as shit. Don't ask me why I got such a good drop. I have so much glass. I could outfit probably your house and my house with new windows.
Gotta have glass to match the ass.
Yep, that's true. And I got an uneven amount of underbelly armor.
Who let the goosh and douche in here?
Is gonna the underbelly armors. I have an uneven amount, so that's gonna mess with my chi. Like Shadow Killer, I seem to be channeling him recently. I don't like it when I have not enough text. I'm going to mix mine up. I'm going to try to run them with a combination of techs because I think that way, depending on what ground or what era I'm running with them, I'll have combination. And if need be, I'll just take off what doesn't work and then switch it back up. I did same thing with the Hornets and the Yellow Jackets. I've got some people who were saying in forums that oh, well, only this tech is good for your drone silos, or oh, you should have only got this, you should have only got that.
Oh, I got mute for a second.
I had extra XP, so I got all the techs. So that way I'm going to do the same thing. If I use them for PvE, I'll be able to have them mixed up. And if I don't like it, I'll just take the tech off and switch it out. So I'm trying to get out of the habit of just getting one unit with one tech and staying with one schematic. I think we're limiting ourselves when we do that in the game. So, Lonnie, your girlfriend's really trying to kick herself out of that dumpster in the basement.
She better stop that shit. I'm going to.
I'm telling you, I'm going to come over there and slap her on the ass.
I'm going to get that gag.
I'm telling you. You need to zip tie her feet or something. Okay, before anybody reports us to YouTube, that's Lonnie's gutter outside, getting hammered with the storm right now. So all you have to do is go to NOAA radar, and you can see he's getting hammered with the storm that Jim and I are going to get hammered with in about an hour and a half. It is a gutter that is banging against the side of his house. Okay, it is not a chick in the dumpster. Please do not call the cops on him.
Or is it?
Or is it?
That sounds like something somebody would say if there actually was a chick down there.
It's a duck in the dumpster.
It's a duck in the dumpster. That's what it is.
That could be damn true. Damn it.
It could be true. Thomas, let me know when you're ready.
I won't do it till you're ready. You what.
And Lonnie, just lay off the goats. That's all I ask.
He's been burning it on both ends, that damn duck.
That's right. Hunter says SWAT call. He's calling SWAT.
He gets snotted on fucking YouTube.
You know what? Have them bring the SWAT with the ladder so they can climb up there and fix that damn gutter for him.
Yeah, please. I'll bring some zip ties.
Yep, and some zip ties. Shit for the chick in the basement. Oh,
couple gags.
Oh,
I'm sure they'll have plenty of handcuffs. We'll borrow a couple of those.
If you need more, I got a few.
Duct tape. Duct tape. Gotta use duct tape.
Duct tape. Duct tape for the duck.
That's why she's able to kick, because I ran out.
I know, that's the problem. She can kick with that damn duct tape. You hog tie her, she won't be able to kick.
Hey, Lonnie, you might want to invest in some Flex Seal.
Oh, that's terrible.
I already did. I used the whole can on her mouth. So you don't hear. Or did I?
Or did you? Or did you?
They're really going to think we're fucking.
I know, I swear to God, they're going to think we're insane. This is what it's like every single day of the week in a hangout with Lonnie. So it's not stop. It doesn't matter your tag. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your.
Or you're getting laughed at by a duck.
Doesn't matter your age.
I'm ready. I'm ready for.
You ready, Thomas? Okay, hang on. Let me get you on present. Go.
You get laughed at by a duck or duct taped and stuck in a dumpster.
For the YouTube to catch up.
I want to see what happens if you crossbreed a duck and a goat.
All right, we're caught up to YouTube. Go for it, Thomas.
Then you get a boat. All right,
that's true. All right. It's this Jug Archer and a caretaker. Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Here, hold this.
Here, hold my beer.
Hold my beer and watch
me.
Yeah, Jug Archer, caretaker, do this place pretty easy. Still watching rail guns.
Be very, very quiet.
You better be quiet.
Thought I seen a goat.
You want to touch my udders?
Oh my gosh.
If you slap some more caretakers with it, it'll spread out the damage for your caretakers. So one caretaker's not taking all the damage.
Oh,
and again, people watching YouTube, he's going to try not to go towards the center because that's where the mines are.
That's all we want, though, is the center.
No.
So
Have you ever seen what those mines do to your caretaker? Oh my God, I did that in 80, forgetting that the stupid mines were turned back on because for so long they weren't in Iron Strike 60, and I literally watched my caretaker go boom and disappear.
Me and Micaiah, whatever, McCaven, whatever. We were doing a test like right when the caretakers came out, and I thought that if I used a unit like Ardra that was mine resistant, that it would transfer over to the caretaker, because it's really the damage that's done to the unit that's transferred over to the caretaker. So I ran over mine with Ardra, and the caretaker died with 2 mines. Even though Ardra, she can run over all 18 and still, like, that's just a scratch on her paint. Because I figured, a mine will do maybe a minute to Ardra, so I figured it would transfer that minute over to the caretaker. But no matter what's linked with the caretakers, it's basically as if that caretaker is getting hit. So any damage buffs or whatever don't transfer. Now, the caretaker can take burst damage because he can sit on a railgun for probably 7 or 8 shots.
And it takes a nice GS rocket instead of your damn jug taking it.
Yep. That too. Oh man, that one event where they had all 3. No, the last time we had survivors, I was running the running the jug in for the GS rocket. Because people were like, "Oh, I found a use for seekers," and I was like, "Nah, son, caretaker with jug. I got to do a lot of these repeats. I can't be farting around with seekers." And
well
also,
done, Thomas. I'm watching. Just have to say, well, in here, but I tell you, just on a side note, while we're watching him, Kixai can kiss my ever-loving ass for those fucking howlers when you're running a raid that it takes 2 shots from a fucking jug to kill it. Just saying.
put the fire tech on it, on your jug, and just take 1.
Now I have to go back in the back here because I want to hit the air before it spawns.
Yes.
And I put my purifier out, so if there comes some air out, they will go for the purifier if they are gonna spawn.
Nice target. Good job. It's funny because I wouldn't have thought to target the wall. I would have thought to target the go-go bar. So no, that's kind of cool.
You're a little bit farther.
Nice.
You're a little bit farther out with the wall. What's left?
Cool. Wow. Nice.
Thank you.
Awesome. What did you do? The only damage you got was the caretaker, right?
Yeah. I can go out.
Yeah. Wow, that was awesome.
For as quick as you did it, that's definitely acceptable. Now I've got 30 or 40.
But that was from the other 95, the damage I got on my purifier. So yeah, it's only the caretaker that was toasted. Normally I have 3 bars left on it when I do the 75. I forgot to take my jackals with me this time. Because jackals will stun the big tanks that are in the war horses, you call them. They stun the war horses, and the damage is less on the caretaker because there was no railgun that hit me this time. So.
And you could probably throw a jackal in there to.
Yeah, I usually have my jackals with me.
Or what's her face, Polly? Polly's got more range than a jackal, but she's slow. She's a tank, so she's super slow.
Yeah, but jackal have the splash damage that I use a lot at the moment. The splash damage from
Polly will scramble. She doesn't shock, right?
Not at this time. The one time you shock them, I think.
Okay, so if Polly doesn't shock, then you might be better off with the jackal then.
Yeah.
Which
Scramble's nice, but the unit can still move towards you.
Right. Because it could still come at you, and then as soon as it's unscrambled, then boom.
Yeah.
And
I found out that I was doing some bases that in some bases you have to be careful to use the zombie fire on your heroes, because when you kill a unit, then it turns to a zombie. Then the Overwatch will try to hit that zombie, and sometimes the zombie is real near you, your Juggernaut or your Caretaker or other units. So you have to think if you're gonna use the zombie fire. Sometimes it's
Well, if your caretaker is close to the zombie, it's going to take damage for the zombie too, which is no good.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Exactly.
you have to be careful when you use the zombie fire on it.
these kind of bases where they have Overwatch and I'm trying to minimize damage, I take zombie fire off, unless I'm specifically using the zombie to bait something. Just because of I don't want any extra damage. When I do bases for acceptable, when I try to get acceptable damage, I try to get as little damage as I can in them.
I wanted to share a description, and I'm going to say it as slowly as I can so that everybody understands. And please share this with your clans, your alliances, what have you. I can PM it to you, but it just reminded me when we were talking about the caretakers, but also about the people who think that the Sphinxes are sort of, pieces of shit, because they're not. They really are like the caretakers in the sky. But I've had a lot of questions about the stacking, so I want to read the description specifically from the community manager, so you guys would understand a little bit from it. So I'm just going to read it word for word, and then we'll go from there. I'm not sure if he's posted this up in the notes, and I didn't want to go digging while we were on the show because I didn't want to lag out the show. So the questions were about stacking, specifically for the Sphinxes because of the text. So if you guys have the text, you guys will know what I'm talking about. If you don't have the text, I would definitely, and if you don't do repeats on Shadow Ops, I would definitely consider, now that we've showed everybody different ways to do them, I would definitely consider remember, hit repeat, and go get the text for your Sphinxes, and here's why. Any unit that has the redirect properly cannot redirect from other units with the redirect properly. Currently, only the caretakers have this properly. Again, the Sphinx do if you put the tech on, but currently the caretakers come with it. Okay, damage is always redirected evenly based upon the original damage the target would take. I know this sounds overly technical, but just think about it for a minute. So here's the example. For example, if a unit is attacked for 100% damage and is protected by 2 Sphinx, the unit will take 50% damage, and each Sphinx would then take 25% damage because they are splitting the same 50% of the original damage, meaning whatever unit's being hit, those Sphinx, those 2, only 2, mind you, are splitting the damage. If the unit is protected by 1 Sphinx and 1 caretaker, and this is where people wanted to know about the stacking, okay? If it's protected by 1 Sphinx and 1 caretaker, the caretaker takes 75% and the Sphinx takes 25%, okay? And here's the explanation. The caretaker is attempting to redirect the 100% of the damage, but the Sphinx is contesting 50% of that damage. So the 50% that's uncontested goes directly to the caretaker, and the 50% that's contested is divided between the caretaker and the Sphinx. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my mind. If it doesn't make sense in yours, we can work that out. But basically, yes, in a way they do stack, but your caretaker will take damage. I had some people PM me and they said, well, why isn't it equally split? Because the caretaker is inherently the unit that is redirecting all of the damage. So it splits it with the Sphinxes. So it's just something to think about. I think there were some people who were upset because they've already got the tech on. They're taking in a caretaker and they don't understand why their caretaker's taking more damage, because it comes with that 100% protection. for your unit. So, and again, the caretaker doesn't take that long to repair it anyway. So I hope that was sort of informative. I know it's like a little bit confusing. Also, as a reminder to everybody, again, public service announcement, if your Sphinxes aren't leveled up and you didn't get a lot of tokens in the event, if you haven't seen the April calendar, it's pinned posts in the forums. There are going to be a lot of Sphinx bonus token bases on the map this month. They're on the 4th. They are on, I think, the 9th. They are on the 11th. They are on, hang on a second, let's scroll down. They're on the 17th. They're on the 18th. The event begins on the 19th, which I don't know if the tokens will be there or not because they were last chance, but who knows, they might be on there. They are on again. No, that's the end. Sorry, just thought so. I know there were a lot of people that were, I did get some PMs before the show and I wanted to address it later instead of earlier. I know there's a lot of people that are asking for elite units because we had all those Omega bases on the map. It looks like if you go back to the April calendar, they really are pushing the war rig bases, the unit itself. So it's just the standard and elite war rigs. I will ask, I have already asked for May. I don't know what the complete May calendar looks like or what's proposed. But please take a look at the April calendar if you're curious about what's spawning when. There's a lot of stuff in there. Another reminder, public service announcement, that if you didn't watch the other shows, the Shadow Op phase for the first quarter of the year is always a short one. Please pay attention to the days of when the Shadow Op phases are starting. So I know you're used to different days of the week, and this one's short. 1, because February is a short month, and 2, because January has a lot of holidays in it, which Kixeye was all for, and so were a lot of us. So traditionally, the Shadow Up phase for the first quarter of the month is always short and jam-packed. So the event is on the 19th, so pay attention to that. And the Unlimited Darkstorm parts begins on April the 14th, which is phase 10 of the darkness phase. So you will be able to get unlimited parts on the 14th. So mark that on your calendar if you've fallen behind, you took vacation, couldn't get it done, didn't have any help, can't get these done. It's just something to know about if you're going to be on vacation. Is there anything else in YouTube that we didn't cover?
On the topic of the Shadow Ops, with the boss bases, just remember they don't give you Shadow Ops points. So,
yes, forgot about that one. Yes, please. Thank you so much, Dauber, for mentioning that one.
I don't believe they pay out tech for like the Sphinx either. So you're doing them just for the elite Darkstorm parts,
yep.
Or for fun if you really enjoy doing those bases.
Or
are you sure they don't pay out tech?
You know, I'm going to check about the tech because
I could be wrong, but yeah, they definitely don't pay out Shadow Ops points. If they pay out tech, I'm going to be farming them like crazy.
Yeah, I could have swore they paid out tech.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask on that one because on this calendar, CM Bernie didn't like specifically say that, so it obviously it says that you're not going to get more. But yeah, I'm going to ask about the tech. And again, you know, even if it's lottery, it's something's good. For those of you who are in alliances and run raids often, okay, so if everything goes as planned and we have a normal maintenance like we would normally have, not like this last month's maintenance, event, March's event. Shit, it's not April yet. Sorry, guys. The event begins on the 19th, and there will be a raid update on the 25th. So please keep an eye out for the changes. I'm assuming there will be some diamond tech that's coming out and some new diamond tech coming in. So if you're not running your raids, for those of you who don't know, the breacher tech is the new diamond tech that's out. And even if you don't use your breachers, I'm assuming that as soon as Skipjack becomes a permanent hero, and as far as I know, she would be, like any other hero that's come out, you'll be able to put that diamond tech and slap it on her ass. So don't miss out on the breacher tech. If you don't know how to run raids, get with an alliance that does. Get in a Google Hangout, grab Daba, grab me, grab Lonnie, grab Champ, grab somebody. Get in a Hangout, watch them run a successful raid. Hell, these guys can run it all by themselves. So learn how to run one. I promise we're going to try to get that into your newsfeed tab shortly. So those of you who have alliances and you just don't feel really successful with raids, or you just don't think they're useful, they are. The Diamond Tech is unbelievable. And the Purifier was a re-release, and the Hammers was a re-release. So if you don't have your Purifier tech, slap that bitch on your Audra, you'll be good to go. And on that vein, I did see a video of a player who did do that because his jug is an Omega. And when he put his Diamond Tech on his Audra and then resurrected his Purifiers other than using them to store Thor in his factory, he found that he could use his Jug and Caretaker on one tune and do stuff, and put his Audra with the Diamond Tech with his Purifiers, and they were kicking ass and taking names. So just something to think about when you get that Diamond Tech and you max it out and you equip it on Audra, and then he went ahead and equipped it on his Purifiers. It was like a whole different tune. So something to think about, something to watch out for. As far as I do want to also say about the tickets, by the way, and hang on a second. Nope, Brittany's not back yet. So Ghost Rider, Brandy, aka Brandy, was still upset because she hadn't got an answer to her ticket. There was a lot of stuff going on with the Ravishers. There were people who were still stuck in events, and then we had some people in ghost spaces because they started jumping like rabbits after the event. Public service announcement: if you own a lot of depots in your sector and you're going to jump around and hop around like a rabbit to hit people, get rid of your depots or stop owning them. If you have more than 50, you're almost guaranteed to probably get one if you have a really laggy computer or you have a really bad internet connection. Stop with the depots. The other thing is that if you're going to jump from sector to sector and you're going to cause craziness and you're going to jump and you're getting ready to jump, recall your tunes. And a lot of people say, oh, I have no problems when I jump and I recall my tunes. If you go to hit relocate and you have tunes on the map and somebody locks up one of your tunes while you're hitting relocate, you can get a ghost base. I can almost guarantee you 75 to 80% you will get a ghost base. So you won't be able to see yourself and other people will be able to see you. And it's not funny. And all your tunes get stuck there too. So you're talking about if you left heavies behind, you're going to get a ton of repair. So please consider that. Just call your retune. If you got to jump, jump. If it's just buggies, fuck it. Just go. Take the chance and be ready to go. But if you got heavies out or anything else out there, try to get your tunes back before you have somebody hold your base until you can relocate if you need be. So you don't end up with a ghost base, because that is not a flip of the switch to get you fixed. So if you're in customer support right now, and you haven't gotten an answer in 3 days, that's not going to be unusual because they're a little bit behind because of the Ravishers, because of the ghost bases, and because of people who are stuck in battle. I think that was pretty much everything that I wanted to cover for the public service announcements. And thank you to Friendly Fixer. I'm going to give a shout out, but thank you to Friendly Fixer for hanging out in the forums and give us some information. And if you haven't seen the stuff Friendly Fixer's been posting, again, go to forums, find him in forums, click on his profile, look at his posts, and look at his replies. Wealth of information that we don't have time to cover. That being said, let's do some shout outs because I've talked too much. So let's start with Anton. Anton, still here, darling?
Yes, I'm there, yeah.
All right, you ready to do some shout outs?
Yes, I do there. Again, thank you very much, sir. Skip there for producing the show there. And Goldscope and Lonnie there, thank you very much, sir. And thanks for the invite. Thanks for YouTube out there and up there. That keeps me on my toes. And welcome, Hunter Hamish there. Thank you very much for that wonderful video. Thank you.
Shoot, forgot to unmute myself. Sorry. Champ, shout outs, please.
Thank you, Skipjack, for hosting the show and taking your time. Shout out to you guys on the panel, especially Tomas for
yes, I agree with that.
Showing us so much, and thank you, sir. You guys on the panel are awesome as usual. And YouTube, Hunter, he's been on here through the thick of it, and I just want to know if there's a unit he does like. If so, just, whatever.
Skipjack. He doesn't want to tell you it's Skipjack. He plays with her all the time.
Yeah. But happy Easter to everyone, and have a good, safe holiday.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. David, shout outs, please.
Do I have to?
Yes, please.
Damn it. All right. Shout out to you, Skip, for hosting the show today. Anton with his Airtown Airlines. If you got to get there and get there quick, choose Anton Airlines. Hunter will never, ever light a single unit, period. That is just him. So, Hunter, your shout out is go fuck yourself. Everybody out there in YouTube that's watching and all the millions that will watch it later, thank you for participating. Tomas, from what I saw of your screen shares, excellent job. Excellent job. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. So with that being said, CM Bernie, Friendly Fixer, thank you for all the support you are giving us in the forums and outside of the forums, especially on the Discord channel. I know that's something new to you all, and you're getting the hang of it. Love to see you all on the show at one time, and I can promise you this, it will be a closed panel if you're on the show. So with that being said, thank you, and fuck you, Doc, wherever the hell you are.
Destry?
I'll try to do this with as much background noise that I got, but now that everybody's quiet. Thank you, Skip, for doing the show. YouTube for watching. Lonnie, you need some better duct tape, or maybe even try Gorilla Tape. And oh well, for all you guys do. Love you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, darling. Love you too. Daba?
Shout out. Basically everything David said. I would say Destry, but he had some questionable things in his shout out. So, everything David said, shout out to Kix's Eye and Skip and YouTube and the panel for having me on. There's a shout out to Hunter because he answered my question correctly out there on YouTube. And there was a guy in the forums I wanted to give a shout out. I'm looking for his post real quick. I can't find it. There's a guy in the forums that made a really awesome thing. But and shout out to everyone making videos and all that to help the community and people that are actually in the forums, like players in the forums that help other people like with questions or stuff like that. It's nice to see the community helping one another. And like my boss says at work, teamwork makes the dream work. So we can make this game an awesome game by helping each other out and ignoring sector politics or whatever. I can't help you because your 3 letters are different than mine. Your 5 letters are different than mine at the beginning. That's why I like the forums, because it's just your name and you're just helping another player. Same thing with Discord. You're just helping another player. You're not worrying about the tag. So shout out to all those people that help, regardless of the 5 letters or symbols before their name. And finally, shout out to Suzanne, because
she loves pineapple pizza.
She's keeping side chat fun up there earlier.
Yes, I swear she cracks me up.
He was yelling at Hunter earlier because Sphinx and Phalanx are good, and so she was agreeing. And so shout out to her.
I by accident put Hunter to timeout. I didn't mean to. I feel so bad.
I call bullshit. I swear
to God, I was scrolling. I swear to God. He said, I'm surprised nobody put me in a timeout yet. I was scrolling up to look for questions by accident. I clicked the bar. I didn't mean to. Oh my God.
I'm just saying
I'll jump to his sector and prep something for him. Oh my goodness. Pineapple and pizza is a sin. Okay, Lonnie.
Skip, if you need help prepping for him, I'll go along.
I really did not mean to do it. It was just a I was trying to scroll to make sure we hadn't missed any questions. I promised Shadow Killer I would not ignore. I'm laughing my ass off reading everything, but I just want to make sure there wasn't an individual question in there. By accident, I hit the 3 little buttons and it put him in a timeout. And it was the big one too.
Hopefully Hunter doesn't like, or maybe he does like Barney. I'll send Barney along.
You send Barney over, exactly. Lonnie, your shout outs, please. Lonnie.
He's re-duct taping his girlfriend in the.
I know. He's actually growing a good gorilla tape. All right, we'll switch over to I'm going to say switch to Tomas.
Yeah.
Shout outs, please.
Yep. Shout out to you, Skip, for making this show great, and to the panel for having me here and allowing me to show you how I do my things. And shout out to YouTubers. Hope you enjoyed this show. That's all for me.
Awesome, thank you. Lonnie? Okay. All right, well, I'll go ahead and go. In case he pops back, I'll stop. I'll go ahead and go. I would like to shout out to everybody for putting up with my total rusty newbiness. Okay, the last time I have ever hosted a show like myself and not just put it up on my computer was way back in the day. We will not mention those initials, okay? But way back in the day. So thank you to Lonnie for reminding me where the right buttons were, because they have changed since the last time I ever hosted a show as far as presenting. I hope I didn't do it too bad. Want to super shout out to Tomas, aka Switch, for being willing to share all that stuff. Totally off the cuff, and that was great that you guys jumped in here so quickly and we talked about what we could and couldn't share, and we pulled it off. Hopefully the community that did watch got some great information, and the people who will watch later, because I know there's a lot that even wanted to be on the show tonight that couldn't be because they're busy with family, and that's what it's all about. Champ, thank you for losing your stuff and showing people how the the Sphinxes should and should not work. That was awesome. And then showing us again how they definitely work.
All testing for science.
Yep, all good things. I want to thank my ragtag crew, oh well. And I want to thank the community for participating. Again, I'll give a super sexy shout out to CM Bernie for great information, Friendly Fixer for continuing to stay in the forums and keep the public informed. And when Kixeye screws up or drops the ball, he's right there to admit it. You're not hanging anybody out to dry, accepting responsibility and doing his best that he can to get back to the team, find out what went wrong, fix it if he can. And if he can't, at least he has it, noted somewhere so that they can make the fix. So again, shout out. I'm not kissing their ass because they're going to keep screwing shit up. We're going to get bent over, but I really have to tell you, this is one of the best teams I have ever had the pleasure of working with. So if you have your skipjack unit and you have a whole bunch of them, like, I don't know, a 6-month supply like Scooby does, if you want to use them in tandem with some other things and then video it, thank you, City, for the videos you've sent me and the other people who sent me videos. Feel free to go ahead and do that and send it directly to Bernie if you need to. Send it to Friendly Fire if you want to. Send it to Wrong Thinker. Or feel free to send it to me or Dava or Troy or Cybertoad, even Franco. Send it to one of the moderators and we'll get it to the team, because in all honesty, I know you guys like to hang on to those things, but take a couple of them and take them out for a spin and see what they can do. Put them with your breachers, see what they can do. If you don't like them with the breachers, put them with something else and just play around it a little bit. Video it, upload that thing and get it to me or get it to Kixeye, because this really is like an in-game test and they will listen to you. If they say, hey, it's weak here, you need a tweak there, they're going to listen. So that's it. Thank everybody for being here. Thank everybody who's going to watch later. Does Skipjack buff the breachers? Yes, they do. Is Skipjack any good in a 95? I am fucking awesome in a 95, baby. Yes, I've been prepping them all day long and getting them for parts. Oh, wait, you meant my unit. I haven't tried it yet, a 95. I don't think I will. Not in a 95. But I've got some plans for my one-time use units. So with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you again, everybody. Happy Easter, everyone, for those of you who celebrate. For those of you who don't, happy holiday off if you get Monday off. And we are out of here. We are unshackled. And thank you again.